Call to order the Centerville Board of Education meeting for Monday, June 26th. Call the order, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Here.
Dr. Rower?
Here.
Annie Self?
Here.
Mr. Schroyer?
Here.
And Mrs. Osterhage.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a motion for approval of the agenda as presented.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rower?
Yes.
Annie Self? And Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Next, Board of Education report, legislative report.
I would like to talk a little bit about the State Board of Education voting to ease the graduation requirements for the incoming seniors, i.e. the class of 2018. Okay, and I spoke about this a couple of months ago, so I'm bringing this up for people that may not have heard that. As of back in April, nearly 2/3 of the incoming class of 2018 were on track to graduate. Beginning with that class, students must earn at least 18 out of 36 points on the 7 end-of-course tests, earn a remediation-free score on the ACT or the SAT, or earn an approved industry credential and a passing score on a workforce readiness test. Okay, if 2/3 of the incoming seniors were ready to graduate, that means 1/3 were at risk of not graduating. Okay, so what the state board did was they appointed a 23-member graduation work group and presented recommendations back in March that would alter the tough new graduating requirements. Okay. On April 11th, the state board voted 16-3 to support the proposal. So basically what we have now is, based on the committee's recommendations, students would be able to earn a diploma if they complete all required high school courses, take all end-of-course exams, and meet any 2 of 6 criteria, which include a 93% attendance rate during senior year, a 2.5 GPA during senior year, complete a capstone project, work 120 hours of community service, complete a college credit plus course, or complete an international baccalaureate or advanced placement test. Okay, despite some concerns of some state board members that the recommended requirements do not ask enough of students, State Senator Peggy Lehner, who's the chair of the Senate Education Committee, said that for the kids who are really struggling to pass, I think you're going to find that this is not easy at all, and I definitely agree with Senator Lehner on that. So again, this new plan must be approved by the General Assembly, and acknowledging the urgency of the graduation crisis for the class of 2018, I think we all expected that this would be dealt within the state budget, but as of Friday, we have heard nothing. Correct, Mr. Yucks?
That's correct.
Okay, we've heard nothing. That is my report, Claire.
Thank you very much, Mr. Schroyer. I apologize for being late this evening. It's the consequence of having good students from Centerville City Schools and ceremonies with medical schools, so my apologies. Next on the agenda is the hearing of the public. The Board of Education provides this as a convenient opportunity for public comment before any official action is taken. I'd like to ask if anyone here would like to address the board. Seeing no one, we're going to move on to the treasurer's report. Mr. Biederman?
Good evening. Tonight I have a slide that helps share some information about the upcoming biennial budget, a chart showing the breakdown of the projected general fund revenue for next year, a chart showing the state funding history and projections, followed by 2 board action items for this evening, and finally a slide about a certificate of achievement in financial reporting. The state biennial budget process continues towards legislative approval with the latest Senate vote on June 21st, 2017. Our biggest concern is still the potential 50% cut in transportation funding of $1.2 million in 2019. The Senate bill is estimated to increase public K-12 funding $154 million in 2018 and another $117 million in addition to that in 2019, to be spread unevenly over the 612 public school districts in Ohio. Centerville is estimated to receive an increase of $420,000 in 2018 and none of the additional $117 million in 2019. In fact, the Senate version expectation is for a $312,000 decrease to us in 2019. The House rejected the Senate version by a vote of 93-1. So the bill is now in the House and Senate Conference Committee with just a few days left in the fiscal year. All the legislative proposals generated to this point have shown our school district losing money in the second year due to the potential loss of the transportation funding. Under the current Senate proposal, this chart shows that next year's state funding revenue will only make up 13.4% of our general fund revenue budget, which basically means only 13.4 cents of your state tax dollar comes back to our school district. This also means the bulk of the remaining 86.6% of the general fund revenue is generated from tax levies and other local support. Our state funding has been very flat for many years. By using Consumer Price Index, CPI, inflation trends, this chart shows how our state funding has actually declined in dollar value significantly over the years. In the years 2010 through 2013, we actually saw a significant dip in the state funding. In the years 2015 through the projected years of 2018 and 2019, there has and will likely be some slight growth in state revenue. Unfortunately, during this time of state funding growth, the state also discontinued millions of payments annually to us in the business tax reimbursement. The business tax reimbursement, which is almost completely gone and not represented in this chart, continues to be much more substantial in losses in comparison to the very minor increases in state revenue collection you see in the recent years, the most recent years on this chart. I'm asking the board to consider approving 2 action items this evening. The first is the final amended budget for all funds totaling $130,503,000. The total increase to the budget for all funds is $3,339,000, with the bulk of this increase being for the purchase of land for $2.8 million that was approved last month on the 5-year forecast, and also an increase to the medical self-insurance fund budget only. The second action item on the agenda this evening is for the approval of the temporary appropriations. The total amount of the temporary appropriations is $38,523,000 and represents 25% of the 2016-17 final budget. Except for the debt fund, permanent improvement fund, construction fund, and the lunchroom fund, which those funds are represented by the full anticipated amount of the budget for next year. This is a 1% increase compared to the temporary budget from last year. This last slide shares the Centerville, the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting our school district received from the Government Finance Officers Association. I would like to thank my treasurer's office team for all their hard work and dedication in assisting me with all aspects of the financial operation and reporting. I would also like to thank the district administrative team and the Board of Education for their unparalleled support. This concludes my report for this evening, unless there are any questions from the Board of Education tonight.
Any questions for Mr. Biederman? Thank you. The board will now be moving through a number of items that have been previously discussed, so we don't want anybody to think that we're making decisions as we move quickly through these. All of these items have been discussed and reviewed by the board members. Next on the agenda is the treasurer's recommendations. Consider approving the May 2017 financial statements to include the monthly financial report, the fund activity report, appropriations, general funding spending report, general fund summary comparison, POs included in statement number 7 approved by administration then and now, certified by the treasurer and supported by board resolution totaling $67,036.38.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving the minutes of the following Board of Education meetings. May 22nd, 2017, a regular meeting. June 19th, 2017, a special meeting.
Moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mr. Biederman.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving the fiscal year 2017 final amended appropriation and certificate of estimated resources in the amount of $130,503. I didn't do that right? Let me do that. Let me try that again, Mitch. $130,503,726.
It's not as easy as you think.
No, it's not.
So moved on that.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving the fiscal year 2018 temporary appropriations in the amount of $38,523,301.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. The superintendent recommends accepting resignations as listed on Schedule A. The superintendent recommends the employment, change of employment status, or change of contract status for the certificated persons listed on Schedule B for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment or change of employment status for the support staff persons listed on Schedule C1 for the salaries, programs.
You have to skip C1.
I'm sorry.
That's a typo, that's just Schedule C.
Schedule C for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment of the persons listed on Schedules D and D1 for supplemental contracts or extra duty assignments. The superintendent recommends the reemployment of non-renewed personnel listed on Schedule G for the reasons and on the given dates.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. The superintendent recommends the employment or change of employment status for the support staff persons listed on Schedule C1 for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Abstain.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self? Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving a first amendment to the contract of employment entered into on January 23rd, 2017 between Mitchell G. Biederman and the Centerville City School Board of Education.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Set. Yep.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Amy Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes, thank you.